Greetings everybody, Black Show here. Welcome to another episode of Divinity Original Sin. I've read the guide a little bit. It turns out I'm blind and stupid again. It was very simple to go through that door, you just need to find the pressure plate. But I'm just blind. And afterwards, well, we're just gonna explore Hyberheim. And the rest of my folks can go through.
It seems this hidden switch controls yonder gate.
Yeah, very important thing. You should not be using water-based spells or anything of the sort. Air is fine, but not water. And well, I said shit, so we have like much more than we need. So we will be able to like sell that for quite some bit of money. It's two-handed. I mean, I consider using that, but I mean, this guy, our guy, main hero, is like definitely ranged. Hair, not sure. I made him a melee guy too, but we'll see. She's definitely melee. Maybe I should be going with like two.
By the gods! What infernal weather is this?
We'll freeze to death if we don't find a fire or shelter.
I mean, I gave you an ability that essentially means that you are not inconvenienced, you are barely inconvenienced by the hot weather. What the fuck is that? No, not gonna bother with this.
Stand back, slime belly. Who are you to roam our land, disrupting the execution of justice? This prisoner has been tried, sentenced, and convicted in the grand courts of Hyberheim.
I don't like your voice. You are going down.
Extremist scum! His disdain for the king's rule caused 2 gruesome deaths, called by the fiend the price of protest. Aruka determines that Earth elementals within Hyberheim deserve the same rights as we of the ice. He demanded that prison sentences given to those of the green and ground ought to be equally length to those given to ice elementals. Preposterous! Because the king would not acquiesce to the madman's insane demands, the fiend retaliated. One of those prisoners went on to murder an innocent clod of ice. The other was savagely ripped to pebbles by a mob that yearned of his whereabouts. Tell me, oh pompous bloodbag, does such a sower of death and discord deserve freedom?
Prison is hardly the place for a relentless pursuant of justice.
Indeed. This King Boreas seems to have used the law to silence a campaign for equal rights in his land. The lout.
Fancy that! An eternal sentence overturned by an ape. We'll snap your arms like twigs before we'll see that slime set free.
Power stance!
Fine stroke of luck.
Fiery assault!
Clawing cut!
Holy powers, aid me.
Trees, earth, ground, the smell of the wintry pines and soil. A whiff of fresh air after years of nothing but the glassy aroma of ice warming me in. I thank you kindly for freeing me, stranger. Tell me, are you a proponent of the Earth Equality movement? I am a liberator and an equalizer in this tyrannical prison plane. One of the few willing to stand, rock solid, against King Boreas' many miscarriages of justice. The tyrant, master warden of this prison dimension of fairy, exerted his power over we Earth elementals with an iron fist. For an equal crime, an icy thief or assailant would receive half the sentence of a mossy one. I protested. When it became clear that my demands fell on deaf ears, I took the law into my own hands and freed 3 of my kind from Boreas' prison chambers. For my crimes, I was encased in ice. Silenced then, but silent no more. Hyberheim, the eternal tundra, prison for the unwanted of the realm of fairy. Here alone among the elemental planes, however, does Earth find prejudice at the hands of ice. Here alone do the elements rumble in unrest. Now, more than ever in Hyberheim, does this elemental unrest roil. This blizzard is most irregular, even among this eternal winter. and I feel within myself a tearing, a breaking of the normal sense of the earth within me. Has Boreas slipped even farther? Has his mind become somehow more corrupt? Huh? That hoary pig proclaims to hold the scales of justice over all of Fairy. But he's rigged the damn thing in favor of his own kind. The other monarchs of the Fairy realm, true leaders, elementals all, are loath to interfere with their mad brother and his ice prison. They ship him their criminals, and he deals with them according to his own mercurial laws. I don't know the name, but if she's an important prisoner, she'll have been taken to Boreas prison. It wasn't that long ago that I myself determined to break into that tyrant's house of prejudice. And you expect me to help you, I suppose. Just because I risk life and limb for my people, doesn't mean I'll do the same for yours. The lack of risk hardly signifies an incentive to serve. I wouldn't help you even if it meant another lifetime in this frozen cage. Of that, unfortunately, I know nothing. If you make it inside and face the arch-oppressor Boreas himself, do give him a solid stomp, courtesy of we of the Earth. I'll soon fly to my homeland, away from this frigid wasteland once and for all. Tell me, is there anything else you'd like to know before I go? If that's so, then I must depart. I won't waste another moment languishing in an icy cage. Good luck, and farewell, friend.
Well, well, comrade, you certainly threw your weight around against those yappy hail nuggets. Talking snow. Pfft. I've never heard of a more ridiculous magic trick. Well now, suppose you lot have caught me with my proverbial britches on the floor. I never was one to know what to make of strange kinds of folks. Until now, it served me well to assume they were all some kind of source trick and act accordingly. But the times are changing, aren't they, comrade? Old Medora's gotta expand her worldview to include every manner of ridiculous talking ice cream sundae and such like.
Some of the Immaculates perished in the storm, it would seem.
So much for their goddess's promises.
We're not lost, we're just a little turned around.
Can't we ask Silvio for directions?
Oh, you've an awfully brazen way of sauntering up to a beast who'd snap your jaw off your skull for a little more than a kind look from yours truly. Tell me, stranger, are you always such a foolhardy boob? Bravery born of ignorance is hardly better than cowardice, as far as me and my little pet here are concerned. A bit more bite to you than I expected, isn't there? Well, there's no need for bloodshed just yet. Half the integrity of battle is heeding your opponent's call, after all. Oh, terribly sorry. I lost the last copy of my tell-all autobiography in the blizzard. I guess you'll have to wait for a reprint. One of my finer moments of genius, I believe. I hardly surprise myself by being the only one among us with the wit and daring to find a method to tame the shambling oaks. Innovation has always been my forte after all, and I couldn't abide the big dumb brutes tearing through our camps unabated. I certainly don't see myself handing over such a prized secret to a wandering stranger, though. Especially one I could so easily destroy. Thought you'd never ask. Did you hear that, my big dumb termite nursery? To the death, then!
The game is dumb. If you start well, it's fine, but if you're not, ugh.
What fiend goes there? Cut their throats!
God's given me an endless quiver.
Ricochet!
One mark is not enough. This one packs a punch.
I burn with flames of purity.
This arrow seeks more than one target.
Face the unending darkness. I can defeat them all in one blow.
of eternal flame to my aid!
No! What have you done, you hot-fleshed fiend? You have freed High Seer the Disemboweler. Death for such a crime! Death!
It's drawing time.
Unleash the Inferno!
Works every time.
If you can't stand the heat.
Ho there, crystal shatterer. Hyzier is in your debt for his freedom. I am beholden to you, yes, so much so that I will leave your liver where it is, and thereby is my debt erased. I wonder how you got here, a common human in the land of Fairy, upon the snowy soil of Hyberheim. You must have found a rift of some kind. Oh, very, very interesting. Only that it is a vast realm filled with soft, big-bellied creatures. Ho, ho, ho. My pet name speaks for itself, does it not? To hear the howls of my ravaged honeys, to see them strewn about all inside out, and me standing over them, huffing, puffing, panting, pumping. Oh, the deep, sweet stains of satisfaction. Not the snowmen, no. Common humans like you, dressed in cloaks and heading for the castle of King Boreas. She looked very inviting, by the by, this woman. One king. Ha! What a farce. Got a pig and bucket its blood to make black puddings with, then you're an honest butcher. Got a girl and do the same, then all of a sudden you're a maniac. Talk about your double standards. I know of a way, for I was there once, sent to face the Iron Maiden. Of course, those silly snowmen had not foreseen I would not fit inside her prickly physique. So I was encased in crystal instead. Boreas himself brought me to his dungeon through magical means, but the wardens led me out through a hidden tunnel. Too sure they were, it seems. Too sure no crystal shatterer would ever pass by. I know where it lies hidden, this secret tunnel. The secret can be yours if you show me the rift. Yes, you must have come through a rift to...
You must be the vilest psychopath I ever met. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna kill you.
And I? Let's see how you like it to be disemboweled.
Suit yourself, little shatterer.
I better duck after firing this one. Wait for it!
Dugongs, you nearly startled me out of my boots. Well,
Those elementals are battling one another to the death.
And I've the feeling they don't intend to spare us either.
Can't elude them all! Divide the arrows, multiply the pain.